Hello, I've managed it. I've managed to read the whole of the Carnegie Medal shortlist because my library came up trumps and delivered me the final one that I was waiting for. Julian Sedgwick's Tsunami Girl with manga illustrations by Kutsuada. I think that's how you pronounce it. I really apologise if it isn't. But yeah, my library came up trumps. It's described as a part prose and part manga story, and it's a coming of age story for our times. And I really enjoyed it. The idea is that it's based upon, the author, he did a lot of research into the Fukushima earthquake and nuclear disaster in 2011. And he draws on a lot of that. And it's the story of a young girl, Yuki, who is caught up in an earthquake and a tsunami. And the writing, the descriptions of the earthquake, the aftermath, the tsunami, they are really vivid, and they're also quite eerie. So the story is that Yuki, who is part Japanese, goes to stay with her grandfather in Japan. She is suffering from panic attacks, and it's never really explained what caused them, but their parents hope that by going to Japan and staying with her grandfather, it will give her a break, it will give her time to heal. However, as soon as she arrives, you've got an earthquake and a tsunami, and it changes everything for her. She's left floundering, she's caught up in the whole thing. And she's got the challenges then of coming to terms with what happened to her. When she gets back to the UK, she has even more panic attacks than before. And she's got this need to go back to Japan for closure. And her mother is Japanese, and it's the story of her coming to terms. It's a story of loss. It's a story of grief. And the devastation when she gets back to Japan, it's heartbreaking. Now, I found that the manga, let me just pull up a picture there of the manga. I found that the manga is almost an otherworldly part of the story. It draws a lot on Japanese folklore and rituals. And I found the manga, when it sort of drifted off from sort of reality to the manga, to what was going on in the manga, I found the manga particularly poignant. I really enjoyed that part of the story. It really did add something to it. Yuki, she is a resilient character. She's suffering with all this pain and grief and the panic attacks, but at the end of it, she's a resilience there. There's a bravery there. There's a courage there. She overcomes so much. It's her coming of age story almost. And the other characters are well drawn as well. There's Taki, who she meets in Japan. Her mother and her mother's sister. The sibling banter between them. I did enjoy that. It's a super story. I can well see why it is on the shortlist for the medal this year. I loved it. So, Tsunami Girl. I will come back in a few days after I've collected all my thoughts over the 8 books in the shortlist, and I will try and come up with the one that I think will win. I got it wrong last year. Let's see whether I can get it wrong again this year. So in a few days' time, after I've collected all my thoughts, I'll come back and let you know which one I think will win and will get it wrong. So, Tsunami Girl by Julian Sedgwick. Happy reading. Take care. Bye.